What's up, world? This is your girl P. So, how to understand that slow and steady wins the race? Now, as a disclaimer, I am not here to project my opinion on you. I am just sharing my vantage point and how I see that slow and steady wins the race. It's like cooking. When you cook something slow, it comes out tender, it comes out flavorful. It's like when I make a roast in the oven, I season it real well. I punch holes in it. I put it fat side up. I cover it up. I put it on a low heat and I leave it in the oven for a long time and it's cooking slow and low. And by the time I pull it out, it just falls apart. And then when you eat it, it just melts in your mouth. So when you're thinking about success and how to get to the top, if you're rushing to get to the top, you might get tired and you'll want to quit. You may start doing things that are out of alignment, which is out of character, and that'll make you quit. So you do have to be your true authentic self. You do have to do it your own way. You may get suggestions for other people on how to get there faster, but when you start doing things out of alignment and out of character, you'll experience burnout. Because it's not something you're used to doing. And so when you take your time and be methodical about your plans, and again, you have to be your true authentic self. You have to use integrity because if you cheat to get to the top, you're just gonna fall down hard. You'll probably get to the top, but eventually you'll fall hard. But when you take your time and you get up there, it's like I didn't rush. I took my time and now I'm up here and I can relax and I'm not out of breath. I'm not tired. I'm not looking back and having any regrets and it's just I'm glad that I got there. And so when you take your time and you're not in competition, you're running your own race at your own pace and you're not looking in another person's lane. You're staying focused on the goal. You're taking your time. It's slow and steady. You end up winning because you're not racing anyone. How can you lose when you're not in competition with anyone? There's no one doing what you're doing, so there's no need to rush. And I think that I don't project my thoughts and opinions on anyone, but that's what I see happening with a lot of people. It's like everybody is doing the same thing. And it's like you have to be yourself. You have to do it your way. Because when you do it your way, there's no competition. When there's no competition, there's no need for rushing. So you could take your time. You're not looking over your shoulder and oh, they're catching up with me. How can they catch up with you when they're doing them and you're doing you? And so that's how slow and steady wins the race is kind of redundant to be in competition when you have your own path, your own goal, and you're looking forward. You're not looking to the side, you're not looking behind you. It's your face forward, and you're just taking your time. You don't have to worry about tripping. And if you do make a mistake, it's a mistake that is based on how you feel and not how someone else feels. It's like no one could tell you're doing something wrong when you're doing it your way. And it's like if I'm doing it my way, and my way is the right way because I'm the one creating. I'm doing it the way that I see how I want it. There's no right or wrong way. It's just that you just take your time. And so that's why slow and steady wins the race. And I said, like it's like cooking. If you're doing it your way, you can't do it wrong. If you're taking your time, you can't do it wrong. If you rush, it's going to get done before it's supposed to be done and it won't turn out right. And then you'll be disappointing your own self. And so that's how you achieve your goals in anything in life that you do. It's like you gotta take your time. You can't have a baby overnight. You can't rush the process. You have to trust the process of whatever you're doing and know that you see the vision or whatever that vision is for you, how you see it is going to turn out the way that you want it to be. And no one can judge it and say it's right or wrong. Either they like it or they don't. But even if they don't like it, it doesn't matter because you know how it is supposed to be. And it's like we have to value our own thoughts and our own opinions and whatever we're doing, and just learn not to be in competition with other people, because a lot of times when you're in competition with another person, I feel, when people are in competition with other people, they're rushing. And there's no need to rush when you're doing it your way. It's just that simple. So, yeah, it's an idiom, a group of words that derive to one meaning, but at the end of the day, you do win the race because you're not in competition with anyone. You're going to win regardless because there's no one competing with you. And if they are, you don't know about it, you know? And so that's how I see Slow and Steady winning the race, and keep the faith and keep moving forward and shoot for the stars. But that's all I got for you. And I holla though. One love. Peace.